right, so here's your favorites today. We got the Richmond preview. Find out who I'm picking to win, who the numbers say are going to win, and who the sleepers are. All that and more coming up next. All right, so let's jump right into it with the numbers first. So let's go to average finish, and Martin Truex with a 4.3, Kyle Busch with a 4.3 as well, Joe Logano with a 6.1, Denny Hamlin with a 6.8, Brad Keselowski with a 7.1, Kevin Harvick at 8.1, Chase Elliott at 8.5, Christopher Bell with a 9.5 in 2 starts, and Austin Dillon with a 10.5, and Eric Almirola rounds out your top 10 with a 12.5 average finish. All right, let's take a look at the list of previous winners. We got 4 men on this list, and at the very top, we've got 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. Both have 2 wins. Alex Bowman has 1 win, and Brad Keselowski for Penske rounds out the 4th with also 1 win. All right, and let's go to laps led in the last 6 races. All these stats are, of course, the last 6 races. That's how I always do it. Forgot to mention that earlier. All right, Martin Truex Jr. with 686 laps led. Kyle Busch with 432. Brad Keselowski with 404. Denny Hamlin at 258. Joey Logano. My mom calls him Logano, and now I'm doing that because I'm making fun of her, and it stuck. Joey Logano with 238 laps led. Kevin Harvick with 119 laps led. And Kurt Busch with 113 laps led. So those are your major lap leaders. Okay, let's go to your favorites. Martin Truex has to be your clear favorite. He's got the most wins. He's got the most laps led. He's got the most top 5s in the last 6 races. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, and Kyle Busch also have to be on that list. But if you're going strictly by the numbers on your favorites, Martin Truex has to absolutely jump off the page as being your by the numbers favorite. Okay, let's take a look at who your sleepers would be. First off this list, I'm an RCR guy. Austin Dillon actually jumped out. I had no idea he was this good at this track, but he's got an average finish of 10th here in the last 6 races, and he's led 56 laps, so he would be a great pick as a sleeper. Alex Bowman is actually a sleeper. Even though he's won a race here, you just don't think about this being an Alex Bowman track. But Alex Bowman with a 13.3 average finish and 1 win, he has to be on your list of sleepers. And Christopher Bell with a 9.5 average finish and only 2 starts. All the other JGR cars run really good here. If Christopher Bell puts it together, he could be an absolute sleeper at this racetrack as well. Okay, and before I make my picks, also the people you want to stay away from here. Ryan Blaney with an average finish of 18.83. Ross Chastain with an average finish of 28.4. I feel like Ross Chastain is going to break through at some point. This is not the track I would pick him to break through at. And if you're just strictly going by the numbers, for the first time this year, if you're going by the numbers, you got to leave Kyle Larson off your fantasy roster or your Vegas picks. But that being said, he has been an outlier. He has outrun his numbers all season this year. So if you get laid the proper odds in Vegas for entertainment purposes only, I would take that bet if they lay you the proper odds. Okay, now on to my picks. Who I think is going to win this race? I think Kyle Larson will have a decent finish. I don't think this is a track he's necessarily figured out yet, but who knows, like I said, because he's been an outlier. So you can't count him out, but if I'm picking a winner of this race, I'm not picking your favorite Martin Truex either. The winner of this race feels like it's either going to be Kyle Busch, because when Kyle Busch's back is up against the wall, he does one of 2 things. He implodes or he wins. 50-50. I think he's gonna get a win here. My other pick, I would just split it down the middle. This feels like a Chase Elliott track. I could definitely see Chase Elliott getting a win here. So I think if I had to pick, it would be one of those 2 guys. But like I said, this season, can't count this guy out. So those would be my 2 picks based on the numbers. But if I'm just going with what I'm looking at on the track, I would pick this guy every week. But I'm not going to do that because that would make a very boring show. All right, that is all I've got for you. If you like the content, please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it, and you guys have been awesome. And actually, we just went over 300. I noticed that today when I uploaded that last video. So that's crazy. Thank you guys so much. If you got a comment, leave it down in the comments. Tell me how stupid my picks are. Tell me how great my picks are. Tell me what your picks are. And also, other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.